MikroTik bonding modes 802.3AD mode. In this video, MikroTik bonding modes 802.3AD mode, we will enumerate the supported bonding modes at least in MikroTik Router OS version 6. We will discuss briefly what is 802.3AD mode. We will then proceed to demonstrate how to configure 802.3AD bonding mode in MikroTik and show how to verify if our configuration is working fine. Let us quickly define what is bonding and what could be the minimum requirements in Router OS if we want to implement bonding. Bonding is a technology that allows aggregation of multiple Ethernet-like interfaces into a single virtual link, thus getting higher data rates and providing failover. So in Router OS, you only need to have the system package and license level 1 in order to configure bonding. 802.3AD mode is an IEEE standard, also called Link Aggregation Control Protocol or LACP. The standard mandates that all devices in the aggregate must operate at the same speed and duplex mode. LACP balances outgoing traffic across the active ports based on hashed protocol header information and accepts incoming traffic from any active port. So we have several bonding modes available in MikroTik. You have the 802.3AD, Balance RR, Active Backup, Balance XOR, Broadcast, Balance TLB or Transmit Load Balancing, and Balance ALB or Adaptive Load Balancing. We will try to cover the other bonding modes in our future video. For our demonstration, we will have a MikroTik CRS and a Cisco switch. We will configure bonding in MikroTik CRS and also show how it is done in Cisco. We will then interconnect these devices. So as you can see, we have Ether 2 and Ether 3. Of course, in Cisco, the port naming can be different. It could be Fast Ethernet or Gigabit Ethernet 0/2 and 0/3. And we will then verify if our bonding configuration is working properly. So here we are in our demonstration. So if we go back, our configuration task is to configure our MikroTik CRS, and we will configure bonding, and we will interconnect it to a Cisco switch. So this is our MikroTik CRS 32624G 2S Plus, and as you can see, I have opened interface, and you see Ether 2 and Ether 3 with the comment 802.3AD bonding mode demonstration, and currently I disabled them purposely. So I click on Ether 2 and click this X sign or disable sign. So we will disable first because we will pre-configure or provide some configuration prior to connecting them to the Cisco switch. So as you can remember, the 802.3AD standard mandates that the aggregates, for example, Ether 2, Ether 3, will have the same speed and duplex settings. So it will be the same as well on Ether 2, Ether 3 on our Cisco switch. So in order to check our speed and duplex mode settings in MikroTik CRS, so we need to go to the port. So we need to go inside and double click and go to the Ethernet. So from the Ethernet tab, you can see the options for auto negotiation. So meaning to say it will negotiate what is the matching speed and duplex settings on our devices. So we could opt to uncheck the auto negotiation, and on the speed and the duplex settings, we need to make sure it matches our other device, which is in this example is a Cisco switch. And unfortunately for this demonstration, I only managed to have an old Cisco switch. So it is not a gigabit switch. So I will not force 1 Gbps as a speed, but rather I will just stay put with 100 Mbps, but I will run at full duplex. Again, this is just for demonstration purposes. So if you have a better switch wherein it is capable of 1 Gbps or even 10 Gbps, then go ahead configure it. So we will check the full duplex, meaning to say we are not running half duplex. So we will accept it on Ether 2 and we will also do it on Ether 3. So we will uncheck the auto negotiation as well, and which is 100 Mbps and full duplex. So we have now configured our speed and duplex settings in our Ether 2 and our Ether 3 interfaces. So now we are ready to go to bonding or configure bonding. So bonding can be found at interfaces and bonding tab. So in the bonding submenu, so let's click the plus signs. We don't have any bonding. So click the plus sign and you have the bonding 1 as the default name. And for the MAC address, so by default, the bonding interface will use the MAC address of the first selected slave interface. Or you could use the forced MAC address. So we're okay with the default name. So let's go to bonding tab. So you have the slaves or the interfaces that will be included in our bonding. So this one is Ether 2 and Ether 3. So we will select Ether 2 and Ether 3. So for the bonding mode, so as you can see, we have several choices. 802.3AD. So that will be our choice for this video tutorial. We have some settings here: link monitoring, transmit hash policy, and the rest. We will just leave these settings on their default values and we will just revisit these settings on our future videos. For now, our concern is adding the slaves Ether 2, Ether 3, and the mode is 802.3AD. So let's click apply, click OK, and we now have our bonding interface. So this is our Cisco switch. So as you can see, the interface fast Ethernet 0/2 and interface fast Ethernet 0/3 are configured with speed 100, duplex full, and the LACP configuration channel dash group space 1 space mode and space active. So if you run the command show ether channel summary, and it will show that the current setting for our port channel 1, which is the composition of our two fast Ethernet ports, FA02 and FA03, are currently on the down state. So as you can see, there is D here, and the flags indicates that for D is down. And for our port channel interface or the bonding interface, if you may, so it's SD. So S stands for layer 2, the capital S, and D for down. So the port channel is down because we haven't enabled the ports yet on our MikroTik CRS. So we are back here in our MikroTik CRS. So as you can see, our bonding don't have any status or traffic yet as it is not up or running. So we'll go to our interface and enable our Ether 2 and enable as well our Ether 3. So we have enabled it, and if we take a look, so we have our bonding interface, and as you can see, we have our bonding with the R or running flag or running state. So again, we have our Ether2 and Ether3 are running and slave for the bonding interface. So as you can see, the bonding is running now, and we will take a look at the counterpart or on the Cisco switch. So in our Cisco switch, if we run the command show ether channel summary again, so as you can see, our FA2 and FA3 is with the P flag, so which means P in port channel. So that's good. It's not down or D. And the letter D here just stands for default port. So we have SU. So S again is for layer 2 and U is in use. We can also run a command in Cisco show ether channel port channel, and as you can see, our FA2 and FA3 are all active and the protocol is LACP. So back here in our MikroTik, so again, if you take a look at our bonding interface, so we could have the traffic scene, and we could disable or enable one of the ports, and the bonding would still be running. So again, in our future video tutorials, we will make use of 802.3ad in our topologies and further implement some scenarios wherein we will make use of bonding. So in this video, MikroTik bonding modes, 802.3ad mode, we have listed the supported bonding modes in MikroTik Router OS. We have defined what is bonding and what could be the minimum requirements in running it in Router OS. So 802.3ad mode is an IEEE standard, also called Link Aggregation Control Protocol or LACP. We have configured bonding in MikroTik CRS as well as show how to configure LACP in Cisco Switch. We have verified on the devices MikroTik CRS and Cisco that LACP is running. Hope you find this video helpful and useful. Thank you for viewing.